says, because of violence to your brother Jacob, shame will cover you, and you will be eliminated forever. So God says that he's going to execute his own personal judgment, his vengeance against Edom by the hand of his people, Israel. So even though Israel is kind of in a tough spot, Israel will eventually become the actual physical instrument of Edom's kind of undoing. Just like God's using Babylon to exact his judgment on Jerusalem, he's going to use Israel to exact his judgment on Edom. And actually, centuries after Ezekiel wrote this, about 164 to 100 BC, the Jewish leader, the Maccabeus, had military victories over the Edomites, and later the Hasmonean king, Hyrcanus, conquered Edom completely and forced them to convert to Judaism and to assimilate into a Jewish nation. So by the time Rome took over, Edom was completely absorbed. Again, they lost their complete nationality. The family line of Esau was completely absorbed by the house of Jacob. And because the Edomites were absorbed into the Jewish nation, a few generations later, this is when it gets kind of interesting here, an Idumean family rose into political power under the Roman Empire. And a son of that family was appointed by Rome as the king of the Jews, and his name was Herod the Great. And if you remember the first part of Jesus' life, that's the king that slaughtered the babies of Bethlehem trying to kill Jesus. And that means Herod was ethnically an Edomite down the line. And the reason that's significant is because the ancient toxic feud between Esau and Jacob was still playing out in the Gospels between Herod and Jesus. Another interesting historical thing there.